Hello there, and welcome back to Plo Cool Brick Studios. This is episode 2 here on the channel. If you haven't already seen the first episode, then I highly recommend going back and watching it either now or after this video. It was a really cool Star Wars MOC that has already received some really good feedback and support, and I'm so glad to those of you who already watched the first episode, left comments, gave a like on the video, and even subscribed. You guys are awesome, and it means so much to me. I really appreciate it. I look forward to posting more content for you guys and seeing how this channel grows and evolves over time thanks to your support. And if you haven't already watched the first episode, don't worry, you're not that far behind. But today, I want to properly introduce myself and focus on the channel itself and let you, the viewers, know what to expect going forward as far as content, the timeline of videos being posted, and the overall activity here on the channel as we start this journey together. So, I've been into LEGO for almost 2 decades now, which is a pretty long time if you ask me. It's pretty much my entire life thus far, and I still remember my first LEGO set I got when I was 6. It was the LEGO V-Wing, set number 6205, there at least in 2006. My parents got it for me on a whim for my birthday, and that's what began my addiction to the hobby ever since. And I'm sure there have been times where my parents have regretted getting me that set, especially when there was bricks all over the floor. But hey, it's the ultimate burglar-proof system if you ask me. As I grew up, I kept collecting LEGO sets, and over time have mounted a pretty decent sized collection, thanks mostly to my parents. But then along came high school, and the collection stopped, and for nearly 4 years I barely touched my collection due to other hobbies I was trying out and just lack of time. Then, about a year after high school, COVID hit, and we were in lockdown mode. Being an only child and nothing else to really do, I once again returned to my old hobby that used to relax my mind and body and make me happy. And I instantly remembered how much fun it was digging through your LEGO collection, sorting your parts, and building fun custom minifigs. And I don't know about you, but I was into massacring my minifigures by switching out the arms, torsos, and legs, and ultimately later causing a massive headache for myself when I wanted to put the original minifigs back together. Yeah, not my brightest moment. So, I picked up where I left off with the hobby and started collecting sets again, this time with my own money, and instantly I had a new appreciation for my parents with some of the sets they got me in the past because LEGO is pricey. And along the way, during that time, I was going to a YSA award where I met my wife, Mrs. Plo Cool, and within 3 short months of dating, we were engaged, and within another 2 months, we were happily married. Shortly after getting married and living with my parents for a few short, but at times long months, we found our own place and moved out, got a cat, her name is Ziva, and I had some health problems that put me out of work for a while, and decided during this time, why not pursue a dream I've had for as long as I can remember, but felt I could never do before. And that's how this channel started. Now let's talk about the content. Obviously this is a LEGO channel, which will include lots of Star Wars MOCs, set reviews, custom minifigs made both by myself and possibly ones I buy in the future. That being said, like I mentioned last episode, I have and collect other LEGO themes as well, like Castle, Lord of the Rings, Marvel and DC, pop culture movie themes like Disney's Up or Harry Potter and Ghostbusters, and a couple of Bionicles, although I don't know if I'll cover much, if any, of the Bionicle genre, but we'll see. I also have a decent collection of Mega Bloks, or Constructs as they're called now, mostly Halo, and a couple of Call of Duty and Destiny as well. Again, I don't know if I'll cover those as much, where my focus is generally towards Star Wars, but if enough people in the comments say otherwise, then I'll definitely cover my collection. The last bit of content, which in some regard is divided upon in the LEGO community, but I personally have no problem with, is the fake LEGO products. Now, before you close the video, please hear me out. Last year, I found a store online which sells their own LEGO products, many of which are already official LEGO sets remade by this company, but at a fraction of the price, and also many other sets which are custom designed MOCs that are really good quality. And I'll admit, I was very skeptical at first because of both the pictures of the sets I saw that looked almost too good, and especially at the price. But I was in a financial position at that point that I could take the risk and not be extremely hurt if it turned out to be a scam. And the set I ended up picking up was Dex's Diner from Star Wars Episode 2. It's also the main hub in the original prequel trilogy LEGO game. After getting that first set, I was more than pleasantly surprised at both the quality of the bricks themselves, but also the shipping speed in which it arrived to me. And I had it built shortly after moving into our new apartment last year. It was a fun build for me because it was not only a unique set I always wanted, but it was also a set LEGO had never made, and also for the memes. I found myself going back to that store about a week later and buying my second set, this time the Ghost from Rebels, which LEGO's official set is way too expensive for me to try and get now, since it goes for around, on average, on the low end, at least $300 to $500, and on the high end, closer to around $1,000. I've seen it go as high as even $1,200 versus coming across a bigger and, in my opinion, better version of the original Ghost set we got back in 2014 and for only $200, which is still cheaper than trying to get the official LEGO Ghost set today. Now, when I got this set, there were some minor changes I personally had to adjust to, mainly being that I had to use my iPad to download the instructions instead of having a physical copy of the instruction booklet. Not a big deal for those of you who have a computer or tablet device. Even your smartphone can work to read the instructions, but be aware that most of the sets come with a one-time code you use to download the instructions as a PDF. There are some that come with a physical instruction booklet, but I think it's pretty uncommon. The other dilemma I had when building this set was it did use some illegal building techniques, which, for those of you who don't know what that means, it's basically when it puts stress on the bricks used and over time could potentially cause the pieces to break or deform. Also, the instructions at times were a little hard to understand or difficult to put together because they didn't do things in the proper order like official LEGO sets do. But if you're an experienced enough builder, it's not too hard to work around this, and the overall design of the model is worth it in my opinion. And I've found myself going back there time and time again to buy more sets from them because the overall quality and design of the sets matched with the price you pay is worth it to me compared to the way LEGO keeps raising their prices, but the quality of most of their sets seems to be going down. So, if you're looking for some bigger LEGO sets at a cheaper price, I strongly recommend checking out their online store. I'll leave a link to their website in the description down below. And for the LEGO purists out there, hopefully this doesn't push you away from the channel. There'll still be lots of great official LEGO content mixed with alternative brick options for people like myself who don't always want to pay asking price from LEGO. The other major thing to cover is the video schedule. I plan to post a couple of videos a month. Hopefully at least once a week right now, as I'm still learning how to film and edit my videos while also building the sets and mocks for you every week, although there may be delays from time to time depending on my own life outside of YouTube. Once I start working again, it may slow down for a little bit until I can get back into a rhythm, but my end goal with your help is to make this either a full-time project with a semi-stable income or at least a part-time hobby that I can share with all of you. And I'll share more info in future videos of how you can help this channel grow if you want. And I'll be sure to give back to the community with small giveaways every now and again, because at the end of the day, I want this to be something we all look forward to seeing as a new video is being posted, in a place where you can come to relax and just enjoy this hobby like I do. If that sounds good to you and you're excited for future content, then make sure to leave a like down below. Feel free to share your thoughts, ideas, and opinions in the comments. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my reviews next week for the new Emperor's Throne Room and Endor Speeder Chase sets. Until next time, stay safe and have fun building.